Sydney commuters may not face train disruptions on Saturday, but instead the rail industrial action means gates will be open and some transport officers won't be issuing fines. It is all part of the rail, tram and bus unions, RTBU, rolling strike action through August to voice its demands to the government over safety concerns on the new intercity fleet. Here is what we know about the upcoming strikes. Read more. The double face of rising interest rates. When are there planned train strikes? There are 9 different strikes planned throughout August, some of which will impact the regularity of train services and others won't. From August 7th until September 6th, there is a ban on transport officers issuing fines and cautions. On August 12th, cleaners are banned from using vacuum cleaners or scrubbing machines. From August 13th until September 6th, station staff will leave all gates open at all times. The barriers remaining open coincides with a ban on officers issuing fines and cautions, but it's not a free fare situation. If commuters decide not to tap on, police are still able to issue fines if they spot fare dodging. Transport for NSW urged commuters to tap on and off despite barriers remaining open for weeks. Sydney Trains Chief Executive Matt Longland said Opal readers on gates and poles would operate as usual and commuters must tap on and tap off to enter and exit train stations. The data we receive when commuters tap on and tap off is used to plan and adjust services to meet commuter demand and assists us to communicate real-time capacity information, Longland said. On August 15th, train crew will only operate trains that meet minimum standards of the maintenance center. This means not all trains will be operational, however it is unclear which trains do not meet these standards. On August 17th, services in Area 2, which covers the T3 Liverpool line and T2 Campbelltown line. Suburbs from Campbelltown to Goulburn and Albury will be affected. This area will be impacted from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Read more, how the world's biggest 4-day workweek trial changed people's lives. On August 23rd, train services in Area 3 including the T1 Blue Mountains line and Newcastle line will be impacted. Stops from Newcastle to Lithgow will be affected. This area will also be impacted from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. On August 25th, train services in Area 4 including intercity services at Central, St. James, Town Hall, Wynyard, Circular Quay, Redfern and Museum will be impacted. This will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. On August 31st, there will be a ban on operating foreign-made trains, which makes up 70% of the fleet. This will cause significant delays for commuters similar to those seen in previous strikes when only 30% of the fleet was operating. Why are transport staff striking? Transport staff are walking off the job again as they claim the NSW government has failed to meet their safety demands relating to the new intercity fleet. The union has been concerned about crucial blind spots and surveillance on the new fleet due to it relying solely on monitoring from CCTV cameras mounted on the sides of the trains, which have no audio and restricted line of sight because of the design of the carriages. NSW Transport Minister David Elliott pledged $264 million to fix the fleet, but the union claims the government has not committed to this pledge. RTBU Secretary Alex Clausen said rail workers have no choice but to take further action. The NSW government is essentially holding the people of NSW to ransom in order to make a political point, which is as bizarre as it is bitterly disappointing, he said. We've done everything by the book in order to get these vital safety changes, but the government is refusing to listen. This is our only way of making sure that the safety changes that need to be made will actually be made. We've had plenty of verbal promises before, which is why this time we need to see it committed to in a binding document. Read more. Travel boss issues grim airport warning. What lines will be affected by train strikes? Different train lines will be impacted on different days in the upcoming strikes. Here is a breakdown. August 17th, T3 Liverpool line and T2 Campbelltown line August 23, T1 Blue Mountains and Newcastle line August 25, intercity services including the City Circle August 31. The majority of train lines are buses affected. Buses will be running normally on the days of the strikes. What to expect on strike days? Commuters are urged to leave extra travel time or to avoid trains if a strike is planned on their line. The union did, however, say there should be little impact on the public. There's no reason why, with some planning and common sense, trains cannot continue to run relatively smoothly while our actions are happening, Clausen said. But Transport for NSW is warning there will be fewer services, longer journey times, and changes to stopping patterns across the network.